Hello.
What's that round your jobs?
It's my dinner.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
It was nice.
it was nice. It was pasta with bacon and with sauce. Yeah, I didn't know I had it round my mouth.
Right, okay.
Yeah, John's
Must have been
racing.
nice then.
It was lovely. It's John's racing, that's what it is.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but now I've been banned for sending his video on to people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've just been banned for sending your video onto my messenger.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, Jack.
What are you up to?
I'm still at work.
That's cool.
Yeah, slaving away. No, it's not that bad. Well, while my client's downstairs relaxing, I can just come up here and do exactly what I want to do.
Fair dues.
So I've got my PS4 here, I've got Netflix on the TV, I've got my Spotify, I've got all the games on my console, so I'm never bored.
Nice one. So you're having a drink? They're nice, they are.
Oh yeah, lovely, aren't they?
That's what I drink sometimes when I'm in a mood to. How much are the drinks at the Ellie?
They are quite pricey depending on what you get. I usually go for, I get like say a glass like this, and I can have, I go for a berry drink with, they put ice in it
Oh
to
yeah.
keep it cool. Yeah, it's really, really nice. It's like a summer cruise, but more
Cidery type?
like a milder taste.
Okay, do they sell custards and that?
Yes, they sell Foster's. They sell Amstel as well. It's like Foster's basically.
Amstel, I think John tried that once.
What's that?
Amstel.
Oh
Yeah. Didn't like that.
No, he didn't go bundle.
Didn't like that at all.
Which is cider, which is really nice. That's what I go for if they haven't got berries.
Okay.
That's really nice. It's like a raspberry cider, really nice.
Oh right. How much are the drinks anyway? One.
The drinks range from £5 to £7.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
quite
No.
pricey, but they,
Quite
they've got a
pricey.
decent pool table there, and they have music on tap as well, which is good.
cool.
They've just revamped the place as well, so they've got like new lighting in there.
Okay.
They've got like this laminate wall that they've put up on the pub looks really nice.
When did that get revamped?
Well, I asked Kimmy, you know the lady Kimmy.
I know Kim.
Yeah, I asked her and she said to me that it was done like weeks previous, and I went there a few weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Slows me up.
I'm looking forward to going down there and meeting John and Paul. I don't think Steve's going to come out though, because he's had a lot of problems with his knee.
Okay.
Yeah, he's had a lot of problems with that. He's been on physiotherapy. I had an operation to do so.
Okay.
So, yeah. But my mate Sean's going to come down.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Global Racing League for its 14th round of Championship Racing. Here today we are in the infamous Suzuka circuit and we are southwest of the city of Nagawa.
He's good at ball as well, so we'll have some competition from John as well.
So what's the cheapest ones to drink if you're the cheap one?
Sorry, my mic just went on mute for some reason. But anyway, we are a fan favourite track of Suzuka, which has been the place for many world titles being decided, the most famously being James Hunt in 1976, However, in our Tier 2 division, we are very much the opposite of a championship being decided, with positions from 1st to 5th being separated by 39 points, and a high-flying true Loki god in 6th place, but has won 2 out of the 3 races he has participated. So this championship could go down to essentially anyone. And also, yeah, that is true. Suzuka will decide a championship here in Tier 1, with Tongo Prof having to score a singular point, I think. Anyway, let's talk about this track. It is a figure of 8 and holds some of the most fascinating corners in Formula 1. It's extremely peculiar with the awkward set of turns. Okay, it's all compacted into 5.8 kilometers of pure racing torture for these drivers. It is 18 turns, 9 to the right, 9 to the left, 1 DRS zone down our pit straight. This is the Global Racing League. This is our Tier 2 division, and I will be joined by Go-Slow, who is just finishing up, I think. But while I'm here, I will just quickly go through our drivers' standings. So, leading the way, surprisingly, is RRL Apex, who took the lead last week. Fortunately, there was no stream from last week. However, he didn't win. I think True Loki got it last week, but it is Apex leading from May by 13. Then Plain Cookie by 1:13, and Chartman a singular point behind, and in 5th place is Spandon on 101 points. The double of McLaren duo are both on 81 and 80. Truly got separating 1 point from WTF Curly. We go on to the constructors. It is still the McLaren guys leading the way with 267 points. Aston Martin in 215 and Mercedes on 145. And at the back of the packet is the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari drivers. By the way, guys, is the mic volume and sound volume okay? Just as a quick question. It seems really, really quiet when I listen to it, so if it's okay for you boys, I'll keep it like that. Why is my R1 button not working? There we go, that's weird. But there we go, Savant is purpling off first sector, but has a huge moment going down. I'll go admit, that double right-hander has got to be my favourite part on this track. I found I actually really like this circuit. It's so fun. And that double right-hander is just so nicely. But we are going to, in Tier 2, this streak is still continuing of different race winners. There is 12 drivers in 14 races who have won a singular Grand Prix. By the way, Curly, if you're listening, it is Kuno Man City, by the way, with a double Haaland, with a Haaland brace, 2 and 3 minutes, if you are listening. But Savant is just finishing up his lap, and Strickland did have a quali ban for today, so thank you for adhering to that. But Savant will be over the line. I haven't really been following the lap too much, but it's going to be pole for the minute. Let's go to Purbazar in the Red Bull. I think everyone's. Oh, we'll quickly send out another invite just to make sure. No one does DC because this game is terrible. Let's see where he can park that Red Bull through our first sector. It is a very much similar of Maggots and Beckett's, but in a Japanese sky with the figure of 8. It's a 32.8 for the first sector, but he does disqualify or does invalidate. Spandon puts himself into the 130s. I think Curly's not on a lap. Heffy is not on a lap. RRL Apex is just going through our first sector. Keeps it very nice and smooth. Let's see how is this first sector going to fare. A 33.466, and he is purple in the first sector. And that is a invalidation of a lap for Ivy Whiffle, or not Ivy, sorry, not Ivy Whiffle, Apex, sorry. We do have a new drum today, Anton Hypers, which is due to the courtesy of Stricken Das, who has found someone new to join our league, which is also very nice from him, so thank you very much, Stricken. And Spandon is into the gravel track. Obviously, unlike in real F1, you can get out of these pretty easily. True Loki is in P5 on the medium compound of tyre, which is pretty dominant, I must say. I mean, Loki has come into this division and just changed the pyramid. He's put himself on top and no one is going to move him from that step. If he wins today, I would say True Loki God is in a fair shot of putting himself in a position to win this. A lot would have to go wrong for him not to be contending for wins each week. Let's go on Demi Mosquito. The Ferrari boys haven't really had the most successful of seasons. Unlike, you know, the tier 2 guys who are just like, you know, podiums and wins and all that stuff that Alfa Romeo can't do. I mean, don't want to talk about it, but the tier 2 Ferraris haven't really got to prove yet of what they can do in their car. But let's see Degni Mosquito around Suzuka. I'm not really sure how he is, but let's see how he can fare. There's always a good shot for anything around this track. There's going to be a lot of spins. There's going to be a lot of everything, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be expecting today.
We're 7th in the speed trap.
It still does look like a pretty tidy lap from Deadly Mosquito. Let's see what he can do. Just coming up to turn 16 and 17 and 18, which is our little, not a bus stop chicane, it's just a very awkward and terrible place. Because Arnie's in the gravel trap. Oh.
Okay, let's go.
I think yes, Apex is on another lap. The somehow championship leader, to be perfectly honest. I did not suspect Apex to be up there. And Burbazar puts it on pole, or provisional pole position. Let's keep following Apex though. Can he do anything to challenge that Red Bull? He's going to cross the line. Is not going to be enough. He's going to put it into P4 even though the game doesn't want to actually update. But there we go. Let's go Boring Curly in the McLaren. Let's see what he can do. Well, why do we have 13 drivers now? Yeah. Wait, what? He doesn't. We have 13 drivers now. Not complaining. Spandon is a 10th over on his car. He's going to jump into the pit lane. Herbazar does have a bit of traffic coming up to him. That is a weaving Alfa Romeo in Ivy Whiffle. Don't think he knows that there's a Red Bull on a flying lap right behind him. Ivy Whiffle, there's a car behind you. Be careful. No, he's backed out of his lap. He's backed out. Ivy Whiffle has had a lot of confidence going up into this weekend. He has been saying, look, he's not being overly cocky, but he definitely feels like he has another shot of winning here. In Mexico, he was pretty rightly annoyed, to say the least. But I would be the same. Well, what can Ivy Whiffle do on this flying lap around Suzuka? 5.8 kilometers of winding turns. Can he pull up a lap to put himself on the front row? This track is just so awkward. That's a very cool camera. I get fascinated every day by these camera angles. I've never seen them before. Ivy Whiffle is just coming up through here. He does handle that section quite nicely. There's a little dab of the brakes coming through our final S. He's going to come onto our first sector line any second now. There's a Ferrari ahead of him who's stopped on track to let him by, but it is purple in the first sector for Ivy Whiffle, chasing down his first pole position of the season, I believe. There's been a DNF in Anthony Hypers, who was, I think, in the pit lane. Ivy Whiffle is still... I want to really go... Has Ivy Whiffle had a pole position before? No, he's cleared his second pole position. I think that was in Mexico he got pole. Onto the double left-hander. This is very awkward for anyone running a higher or lower downforce setup. Very awkward to get on the power, and he's invalidated. This is not going the way of Ivy Whiffle. May is also on a lap, and he's going to get maybe a bit of slipstream from Ivy Whiffle up ahead. I don't think he will much, but maybe a little something. No, Ivy Whiffle is gone. May is purple in our second sector. Our runners-up in the Drivers' Championship, still looking for his first GRL title. He was the runner-up of last season. just losing out to Josh, but May in Suzuka puts it onto provisional pole, 30.1. He's keeping his championship hopes alive. Spandon is doing some Tokyo drifting, which is I think right in the part of the country we're in now.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
And May's retired! No! May has retired! Oh my! Out of the third corner, he has lost it. The no traction, not doing him any favours, and that is not what May would have wanted, as he just loses his pole position. True lucky God puts it in the 129s. Spandon is once again on a flying lap. He feels he can definitely improve on this time. Does back off the power a bit too much. A big scab of the brakes keeps it in 5th gear as he climbs up the hill. Does keep it in track limits. Comes across to our first sector line. It is a 33.1. He's improved by 0.04 of a second. Probably not enough to catch the Red Bull, but an improvement is an improvement. This is a very, very slow hairpin, almost Monaco-esque. It's just such a contrast in terms. You have the quick left hand like 130 on, and you have those slow hairpins. Awkward to get the setup right because you're always going to be compromising in one area of this circuit. And Spandon has matched that track limits perfectly. But he hasn't done it there. Unlucky Spandon. Get yourself in the pit lane and go again. That's all he can do. Is there anyone else on a flying lap? Chartman is in. Savan. Ivy Whiffle is on another flying lap. This could possibly be his last flying lap of the session, depending on how much time he wants to take on this. I didn't see that first. Oh, he's crashed. Ooh, every car I'm going to is just crashing. Maybe I should never mind. I was going to say I should watch Curly. Go on, Curly. Let's see what you can do. He's got 100% battery. He's ready to push the limits. DRS wide open. Apparently Go Slow is not alive. I will actually message him. That's a good point, Mac. Well, Curly is still going through that turns 1 and 2. Now up to 3 is the first part of this S. Now 4. 3 to 5, and what have I just said? Every driver I follow crashes. What is going on? Every driver I follow crashes. Surely he doesn't crash in 130R. Purbazar is 2 seconds over his time. That is a not necessary. What is going on? Heffy through our first sector. Not pushing too hard. Right that curb pretty nicely. We'll go through for like 20 minutes. Heffy is 6/10 down in our first sector. That's a very tidy first sector. I could see him bumped up to possibly 8th place, which is actually just 1 position more. It is a massive commentator's curse. If Heffy crashes here, I'm not gonna spectate. I'll just like look at the scenic views. Heffy is close now to our second sector line. He does not invalidate. He knows what he has to do now. Just put in a fast lap. He's going to come up to our second sector. Down this long back straight. The old pit straight back in Suzuka. And he is 1 second up on his time. A 32.6 is what he's setting. Just isn't enough to get into that top 7 where all those times are pretty congested. Heffy just breaks a bit too early. Means he has to compromise his initial turn in. Heffy across the line is going to be P9. I'm on 32.4. Not enough. Who else is on the lap? No one's on a lap. That's typical. Oh, let's go off him. Chartman is in the pit lane. No, he's not. I mean, it's fair to say Spandon is not having a very good session. He's going to have to do 2 flying laps just to get himself on a proper lap, which is probably not the best. Chartman, who obviously has been filling in for Tier 1 a lot of the time, who's got a very, very great job in Tier 1 with Well Anyway. However, in Tier 2, he is still chasing a first Grand Prix victory. Another one of these drivers who hasn't won a race yet. And Curly is retired. That must be in the pit lane. What more can Chartman do? He's had 4 podiums, he's had 1 fastest lap, but no race wins as of yet. He has not had a pole position as of yet. He has a very nice setup. He plays cockpit camera mode, so I must give him a lot of respect. And he is 4/10 up in the first sector. Could he get into the 130s? That could boost him up a place or 2. He needs to have full concentration on this lap. Drops it into 2nd gear. Slow. There's a car ahead of him. That's going to be a Mercedes of Spandon. Does have a little jab at him, but don't really know what he was trying there, to be honest with you. Comes through a left-hander now. 5th gear. Dab on the brakes. Touch that car ever so slightly into 4th full power. No more traffic's going to come up on Chartman's last final lap. He's got plenty of battery to work through. 2nd sector, purple again, and Go Slow has finally joined. Hello, Go Slow. Take your time. Chartman into the final sector, goes really deep. Oh, he's gone so deep, Chartman. What's this going to be? I think he may have flew it. It's a 6/10 improvement. Chartman into P4, but he braked so late into the final chicane. I'm not sure if he would have been on pole. Oh no, I don't know if you've been watching Goso, but I've been saying every driver I follow keeps crashing. I've just went on to Ivy Whiffle for a second and he spun. Ivy Whiffle set a 1, he's actually beaten Tom Goprof's time trial time, yet he is starting P11 today. Heffy is improving by a 10th. Per Bazaar. True Loki couldn't improve on his time. Could this be pole position for the Red Bull? He needs to find about 2/10 and he is 0.04 of a second down on his original lap. 3rd gear does pilot nice up to the rev limiter into the slow hairpin, drops it to 2nd gear. Oh man, can he not beat yours? I thought he beat yours in the end. And well done, you beat a tier 2 driver. You want a medal? 8th gear for Perbazar, the double left-hander in front of the mini stadium sector. Rides that curb quite nicely. He's really struggling to get that front end tucked in, but he does manage to, and he's carried a decent amount of momentum down our back straight. 2nd sector line, and he is a 10th up. Whiffle, you have to show it in race pace, buddy. You did say you do bottle qualifying, but Perbazar could be very close to a pole position. The Red Bull across the line. Can he nick it? No, he can't. Just over a 10th, or just under a 10th gap. And that is qualifying over. True Loki Gordon nicks it. That's extremely close to the McLaren. He picks up his 2nd pole position of the season. It's not as comfortable as Loki would have liked it, but a pole position is a pole position, and he has one more than I do in this league. Why you won't have a pole position either? Why are you laughing?
I have.
Have you?
I had a couple pole positions.
No.
I had one
When?
in Mexico, tier 2, and I've had one somewhere else, I think.
Yeah. Because True Loki got on pole position with a 1:29.914. Perbazar chasing down his first win of the season in P2, May in P3, Spandon and Degley Mosquito in P4-5, then Chartman, Apex, Heffy, Curly, Savant, Whiffle, Anton and Srixon with his quali ban. But let's see what the weather is like for this race. As I said earlier, the 1976 Japanese Grand Prix, the one where James Hunt was classified as the F1 World Champion. The rain was majorly affected by wet conditions, and luckily it is not wet conditions for today. But that also means that Tier 1's going to be wet tonight, so I hope you've done your practice in wet weather.
Done no practice.
Typical.
You got your non practice?
I have. I get a 50%.
Oh, that I'm racing apparently.
What?
Yeah, apparently I'm racing.
Did you not press spectate?
No.
If you retire in the pits,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like some sculpture.
Yeah, so just don't get interfered. Just don't do anything on that one.
I'll
Yeah.
start like 10 seconds late. Otherwise, I'd smoke them all. It's true. It's true. What are you laughing at? Should I give you the inside scoop on the weather?
No.
Okay. But it's going to be wet the entire race.
It's gonna be wet the entire waist. Waist? God, I'm tired. Waist?
Yeah. As you can see, it's raining right now.
I love the waist.
Alright, she's coming down and getting you off the line, mate.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice starts.
Right, let's do the initial helmet. I've got a helmet today, by the way, a special one.
Special one every week.
No, not wrong. It's basically anything. Like, I'll try find it, and essentially it's just, like if I find any good combos, I'll use the special helmet. So Curly, if you're listening, go on my helmet tonight, alright? Wait, hang on. Never mind. Loki, let's go through our helmet. Loki's is quite nice. Ghoststone's boring as ever, he hasn't changed it for weeks. Strix and Das's had a bit wide, but he's also copying. I whiffle and...
almost. He's still on the skin.
Chartman's hat. Oh, Chartman's helmet is like a Spider-Man sort of thing. I kind of like it. It looks quite nice. But Loki's is also. I'm gonna give it to Chartman. I actually kind of like that. And there is a DSQ. Oh my God! What is that Mercedes doing? Spandon, you better watch out, buddy. You're getting yourself in a bit of trouble here. But this grid is getting very spread out. Obviously, Apex has DSQ, so he will not get a good launch, and he will have very cold tyres. But he is still leading the championship from May in it somehow, to be honest with you. I thought this season would be a lot different, to say the least. But let's watch Ghosto off the line. What can he do? And you're in the Red Bull. You can even choose a Ferrari. To be fair, you could.
No, I didn't choose a car.
You could have chosen like the Aston Martin or something.
Why would I?
Mate, if you want to go,
Jesus, Spandon.
if you want to go join like Tongo Prof or anything with Red Bull, just say it. I don't want you anymore now.
No chance.
Yes. See, how about Tom? He knows that I'm better than him, evidently.
Burn up, which I did good start.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to
Why
give
is
you the edge.
Beefy at Goslow racing?
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Right, there we go. All the cars are lined up for the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka. Apart from Mercedes up a few.
I was 0.1. I was 0.1 behind the line.
Oh god, right, here we are. The Japanese Grand Prix. It is round 14 in T2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in here. Wait, what? Wait, oh, I'm sorry, here we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. Parmesan gets a pretty good launch down the turn 1. He's ahead of True Loki. God, there's a Mercedes down the inside who backs out just only. Parmesan takes the lead into turn 1. Spandon far back, cannot put up any sort of fight. There's
At the back.
Charman has had a little bit of a spin into turn 1. Only one man has lost so far. Go slow, go. Yeah, there's a lot of cars flying up here. There is Curly and Stricken having a little go through the S's. Stricken does get the jump into P3, and as Anton go around the outside, and there's been a bit of contact from Apex and Anton, but they both stay on track. Apex having a bit of trouble on this first lap, lost a few positions. Anton is right behind him. He's going to get a good enough slipstream down into the hairpin. Does he want to send it? He does have a little look, but that also causes Apex to go super wide, but he's going to carry a good amount of momentum. Going through this right-hander, it's full throttle is Aston Martin versus Alpine Power Unit. It's a double left-hander and it's a narrow left-hander. Can they make it stick? There's no contact here. Anton gets past Apex. That is very, very clean driving.
I believe it goes those up behind them.
Ivy Whiffle gets past Savan down the back straight, and he now has Heffy in that Alfa Romeo side. True Loki is right behind Purbazar, and he's going to get a humongous slipstream down this pit straight. He's using his battery. Purbazar is looking in his wing mirrors, but Loki is already past him. Oh, that's huge braking from Purbazar. Oh, typical Ghost Lift.
Yeah.
Purbazar goes extremely deep into turn 1, but he does keep hold of that lead. There's been a spin of Heffy through our S section. Loki is just roaring to get past this Red Bull, but Purbazar holds strong. What a first lap that was. And Apex is also back past Anton. There's been a spin of Savan going up the hill. It's an awkward turn. It's a very awkward turn. Shut up, Mr. Beast. Oh, Purbazar's having a huge moment. Loki's going to take the lead. But now Spandon is going to be right behind Purbazar as well. He's getting the slipstream. He's got the battery. He's got the inside line. He is ahead of the Red Bull. It's going to be a bit of a contest, but Purbazar has lost 2 positions through that small incident at the hairpin. But can he fight back into the slipstream of the Mercedes? He has not got the straight line speed, unfortunately. So that is P2 for Spandon, who is now on the back of True Loki God. Or is Loki, I forgot what he wants to be called. Ivy Whiffle is climbing his way himself up this pack, is now into P6. Has a very nice, what's it called, steering input there. That was swift as you like from Ivy Whiffle. And they're wheel to wheel down into turn 1. Does Whiffle get past? Yes, he does. That is pretty clean from Ivy Whiffle. And look at them rotating. There's been a spin. That's Spandon. Spandon has spun. So is Ivy Whiffle. Ivy Whiffle must have been heavily distracted. What is going on? That is a good point from it anyway, because no one wants to win this title, apart from True Loki God, apparently. Stricken is right behind Curly here. He's being held up a bit by Spandon. Curly is in this Mercedes, in the Mercedes sandwich, but I don't really think he's going to be fighting for much longer. But Spandon had an incident. I think Ivy Whiffle just got a bit scared. But Stricken down the inside of the hairpin. There's going to be a bit of a contest from Curly. No contact made. Curly, can he hold it around the outside? No, he cannot. Stricken gets the position. But Curly is going to have another go here. There's been a spin at the back. That's Savan. Curly, there's no chance. And that is well done by Stricken. True Loki is starting to extend his gap at the top now. It is 7/10. Because Purbazar stay in the DRS zone. I think he may just do it. Curly is right behind Stricken as well. There's a yellow flag, and that is Savant again, I believe. Curly goes a bit deep into the final chicane, but he's going to get a pretty good run onto Stricken Das. Down into turn 1. It's going to be a good run, and it's an easy pass for the McLaren. Anton loses out onto RRL Apex, looking to fight back here. He is going to gain a bit onto Stricken here. Stricken did have a little go down into turn 1. And Stricken goes very, very close to that rear end axle. There's a spin of Ivy Whiffle. What is going on with Ivy Whiffle today?
Stricken lagging.
Yes, he is. He is still behind this McLaren. He is just edging capacity. He's like a huge wobble there. Anton is right behind Apex and get the hairpin. That's huge bravery from Anton. He rode that curb ever so nicely. And that is ever so close to the wall. That Anton has shown what James Huntley did many years ago, and that is big balls. That is superb from Anton. But he does, however, keep losing that position to Apex. There's a Stricken Dash is also right there as well. He is falling off massively to Curly. What can Apex do here? Through 130R. He's carried a lot more momentum into the chicane. Cannot brake late enough. And Anton's had a huge snap of throttle there. And I think Chartman may have been put in an awkward position there. I don't think he has damage.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
What other battles are there? There's a yellow flag. Oh, Purvis are spun. Is there anything else that is going on track? There's a 5/10 gap between Anton and Apex. These two have been scrapping that out for a while now, for the past 4 or 5 laps. They've been going gearbox to front wing, but none of these drivers is going to blink as of yet. But that gap has slightly increased, so I don't think there's going to be any opportunities going to 130R unless that Alpine is actually a rocket ship. That gap has come down a bit, but Chartman is also right behind him. Has a 2/10 gap from Chartman to Anton, and he's going to carry a lot more speed through 130R. But there's going to be no chance into the chicane. Chartman just chooses to be nice and patient. But he also will follow this car down into turn 1. The gap is not closing a lot, but he's going to get a huge slipstream through that DRS of the Alpine, but he just brakes a bit too early into turn 1. Through our S section now, we're going to keep following through Chartman now. Anton has pulled right up to the back of Apex, and there's been a spin of Purbazar, who's not having a very good time.
Green flag.
Anton is still right behind us. Aston Martin, they're just 1/10 short through the S's. It's a double right-hander. You got to be careful of where you pick your braking points. But this battle is not going to end. Anton comes up to the back of Apex. There's been a bit of a nudge. These two have got to be careful. Apex loses a position. Huh?
He's got to get that back, I think.
No, I agree. I would have given it back, but it doesn't. It's a bit too late. Yeah, that body will go to the steward. Apex does lose that position. And now Charman's going to have a go on Apex here as well. Yo, they kept it clean there. Charman's done the right thing. He's had a little bit of a go. But he's going to get a huge slipstream, and he's using that battery of the Williams. Is there a move through to 130R? No. I would love to see a move through that corner today. I would love to see it. I think my favourite move of all time is the Alonso and the Schumacher one.
Stricken Dash had a little spin on here, a little loop. Oh yeah, lots of the
And
rear.
oh my god, Charman he's already overtaken him. This is going to be a drag race to turn 1, and Apex has the better engines. Apex is still gaining onto this pack also. Stricken is still on the back of Anton here. There's 4 cars here, just separated by about 1.2 seconds, but Anton has gained a huge amount of time on the exit of our first sector. Charman is still behind here. Stricken picks up a 3-second penalty. Apex, this gap has managed to spread out a bit, all about 4/10. But Anton is now onto the back of Curly. There's another car invited here. May has been gaining onto True Loki here as well. There's been a move, and that is Chartman onto Apex. And Apex isn't going to give this up as of yet, but has he spun? Oh, there's probably been a bit of contact there from Apex and Chartman. I think he's also going to lose a position to Heffy here. Oh, he's ghosted anyway. I got very scared then. I think Apex has had a little bit of a tangle with Chartman and he is now dropped into 10th place. Anton will probably get the move onto Curly here maybe with the DRS. Depends how much pace is in that Alpine. It seems like there's a lot actually. Let's have a look now. Anton does not make anything happen into turn 1, but he is right on the back of Curly. He seems to be nice and patient. Heffy picks up a 5-second penalty. But I forgot, I didn't even look at tyres yet. I'm sorry about that, people. Everyone on the medium tyre, apart from Chartman, Apex and Curly on 7 lap hard. Everyone else on the medium. I completely forgot to look at tyres. I can't believe that. Oh, Anton is getting very, very close to Curly here. Is there a move for Anton? He's going to send it down the inside. There's going to be no sort of influence here for Curly to move. And he's come out of that better than he was before. Chartman is also on the back of Strickson here. There's been a spin. That is Apex. The championship leader is once again going to lose that league in the championship if it stays like this. And the front runner has pitted. True Loki is in the pit lane. That seems extremely early, no? That seems way expanded. I went to lap 14 on my mediums.
He's going to pass, he's going to go to the end.
Championship lead is lava. I feel that is way too early. Do you agree?
Potentially, but he could be running a much higher tyre wear setup.
But that could cost him a win.
Could, but it depends on how the undercut is here. I'm actually not sure. I feel like the undercut is quite powerful. You can go to the end.
Yeah, but the thing is though, the grip at the end of the race is so crucial.
Especially for the S's, yeah. I don't know.
Anton is right behind Curly here. He's just begging to get past him. He's very much being held up by Curly here. He's on that 8-lap medium, so those cars do probably feel okay. And there's been contact, and oh my!
Curly's not going to be happy about that. Potentially breaking a bit early from Curly, but...
No, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm trying in the wall, out of the exit.
Chartman's in the wall?
Yep, you think he lost traction.
You sure?
Yeah, he's just going to...
Oh, he's got no wing? What is going on? Ferrari. Max getting a bit too desperate here. Ivy Whitfield is on the back of Strickland here. And he just went... I don't even know what's going on anymore. Ivy Whitfield does get the pass down that straight, but the game hasn't updated it yet for some reason.
I don't think there's any damage on Curly's car, luckily. He may have had quite a big shunt.
No, I don't think there's any damage, but just a few lost positions, that is all. Let's see what Curly does here. Will he go into the pit lane? No, he does not. Curly's car is okay. But that is going to be very annoying for him. And in the pit lane is Chartman for that wing change. 17 lap on the medium tyre. Do you reckon that's possible?
Don't think so. Based off what we see with Loki.
I reckon on my setup I could do it, but they'll be at like 80%.
Yeah, and I wouldn't risk that sort of puncture territory.
Yeah.
Could go onto the sauce and get a faster lap at the end. Especially being P11 on me.
There's a yellow flag. Who is that?
Spandon.
Spandon's holding up his teammate here, maybe.
Curly's taking advantage of it.
Spandon just held up his teammate massively. Strickland had a very good chance onto Ivy Whitfield. Now Spandon has just taken that position off him. Now 2.2 to Ivy Whitfield.
Mason's the pit.
May yet the champion or the race leader is in the pit lane. Onto the hard tyre.
Deadlift also into the pits.
There could be a move into 130. It is Whiffle or it is Curly and Spandon gets a position. I agree, I said why are they pitting early? Curly is right behind Spandon here as well. And Spandon's in the pit. Oh no. Why Spandon's in the pit lane?
No, but damage.
He must have damage. Oh, what is going on?
He's on to mediums. That's really tough to end.
Right, Curly is going to be taking his time now at Dead Mosquito. Those tyres on that Ferrari are not going to be desirable. Curly almost puts it in the grass. Srixon swoops by, but he does give that position back to Curly for some reason. I don't know why.
Potentially overtaking the game.
Really?
Yeah, it does that sometimes. Was it yellow flag conditions or?
No.
No, I'm not sure actually.
Srixon is right on the gearbox of Curly here. Has to be careful into this braking zone. And he's going to send it down the inside. There we go. Srixon, does he make it stick? No, he doesn't. Those hard tyres holding a bit too much. But Srixon's back ahead. Down into turn 12. Into turn 13. No, there we go. He holds it. Turn 15. This counts as 2 turns for some reason, by the way. I don't understand it.
Go side by side here.
Yep, he's got to get a good run. No, Srixon just backs. Yeah, Srixon with the straight line speed. Curly just backs out a bit through that turn. Let's see, do any of these drivers into the... I don't suspect any of these drivers. 10 lap medium when they're pitting. That's early. Surely it's early.
Yeah, but they can go to the end of the tires.
I say 12, 13 is a minute. And 14 I think you lose too much time. But May has now inherited the race lead. And he's on fresher tyres. So maybe the overcut is better than the undercut here.
Heavy into the grass.
Heavy through.
We can both get the position on him.
Yeah, there we go.
And standing. Potentially a lot of traction on the exit maybe.
Apart from that, there are no battles on track apart from the Mercedes duo swapping positions.
Had to back out that corner, I think. On the looks of it. They were in it purpose. And again, he's hit the back rear.
And there's been a bit of contact from Spandon and Purpazar there, I think. By the way, it is Curly wants to get if you're listening, it is a Haaland hat-trick now, by the way, and all Spandon goes extremely close. Anton is now in the pit lane. Haaland, he's ready to make it. Let's see where Anton comes out now. He will lose the position at Apex. I didn't realize there was an Aston Martin badge. For some reason, only on this track they do like the driver's helmet view. It's so weird.
So the side-by-side Anton and Sharp the S's. Oh, he's going to give the position.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even looking at that. There's been a yellow flag.
That was quite scary actually. Anton pulled out last second to let Charman through. Yeah. Well, Mercedes then side by side.
Yeah, these Mercedes are getting very touchy. Oh, Spandon spun!
That's going to let Heffy take advantage as well. Oh, Stricken. Spandon's still on the grass.
Is there anything else going on track goes slow?
Loki's catching May.
Yeah, this is the battle for the lead. He has been gaining a bit recently. Maybe those
Right, he's in the pits
tyres?
now.
Oh, who's in the pit? Sorry, oh, Griffin is in the pit lane.
Must
He's gonna.
him and Curly.
Yeah, so I don't think Apex will. No, I thought he was entering the
Yeah,
pit
he's
lane.
gonna get it. Chapman is gonna be very close on the exit. We'll have to watch it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go on board with Chapman. Does he get the position onto Ivy Whiffle? I think he will. Yes, he does. Or does he? Oh, this is gonna be so close. Chapman round the outside. The contact.
Cold tires.
Chapman gets it. Whiffle, what's he doing, Whiffle? He can't be fighting.
What's his tires? At the entrance of the pit lane, is that a VSC?
That is a VSC. I'm not really sure what. There's been a collision. What on earth is going on?
Not too clear, but Angie looked like he was backwards for a second, I think.
Does Whiffle have any damage?
Stan is coming in for his third stop now. It's going to be very useful for Curly and Apex at advantage.
I'm not sure why Whiffle tried to fight that, to be honest with you. While we're in this situation, what are your memories of Suzuka in the game? Have we raced Suzuka before?
No, but Heffy's BSC. He did look like he was going quite quick.
Yeah, that's a drive-through for Heffy.
Oh, a drive-through, sorry.
Yeah, is there any? Yeah, I don't haven't raced Suzuka before.
One league I was in, Return of Traction. I came first in it, so that was fun.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, but that's about it. It's not used enough.
And Anton's right on the back of Ivy here. Anton does break a bit earlier, but he's got to get a much better exit down onto this pit straight. And Whiffles into the pit lane, he must have damage.
Okay, he's having a very long pit stop, having to have his 5 seconds removed and get a new win.
Oh, this race goes for anyone at this rate.
To go to the end.
This race could go to anyone.
Apex still not pitted, but he is on the hards. He could easily go to softs potentially.
Is there anything else on track? Let's go back to Loki God here.
Everyone's not doing a race, so a bit of a snooze festival.
I think it's been entertaining just for the wrong reasons.
I mean, there's been a couple of good side-by-sides.
Yeah, and Anton and Apex's was quite nice.
Yeah. So Heavy's got to serve a drive-through penalty still. That's going to put him behind Curly and potentially Ivy. No, it shouldn't be behind Ivy actually.
The best thing May can do right now is just survive, because that 2-lap advantage on those tyres is going to be so good. But right now, Demi Mosquito is in a provisional podium position. Apex has got to do a pit stop. The closest car is Chapman, who is 11 seconds behind. Could this be a podium for the Tifosi, the first of the season? But this is going to be a straight shootout for this Grand Prix victory as it is right now. May against Loki. They are both pushing each other to the limits. Loki is out of battery. May is just in over 40%. Does Loki get into the DRS zone? It's going to be crucial if he does. Come up to 130. Let's see, can he get into the DRS? The left-hander is going to come up nice and quickly, but it's a 1.2 gap. May realised what he had to do, and he's going to get some DRS. May's going to get DRS.
Looks like yellow flag. Is that Ivy? It is Ivy Whiffle spinning.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, slow down. Your delta.
Both Mercedes are about at the same spot. It's a full safety car now.
Copy.
Who hits it, who doesn't? this is what Apex was looking for. Let's see, probably mediums I'd assume we'd go into.
Apex, there we go. And Charmandy's not going to lose a position.
Right, did someone just score something?
Did someone just score?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I heard you, your mic went off and it came back on. And it sounded like you were clapping.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Right, Anton in the pit lane, Heavy in the pit
Yeah,
lane.
everyone's going into the pits.
Yeah, everyone is.
Curly
Is in. For 1 lap medium, what?
Unless is he going to try to go long on the softs? How is his tyre wear?
You don't,
He's
we
got
know.
a new medium.
What?
He's not going to lose positions though, is he?
Right,
But-
speed. Our delta's too low.
I mean, it is worth it. Yeah, Ivy, I don't think he'll get any.
He went
He's
from.
coming into the pits. So
I'm
he's
not-
going to lose a position.
Yeah, I don't get it.
He definitely could have gained 2 positions like that.
Does any of the top 2 pit? May's in the pit lane.
Both of them.
Yeah, both. Mosquito will also enter the pit lane. He must do. What tyres are these boys going to go on to? It's the soft tyre for May.
Yeah, I think he's throwing it now.
Oh.
Look, he's going to be on the mediums, and at the end of the race, he's going to be, unless May can get a massive gap, Loki's going to be all over him at the end.
Deadly Mosquito is also in the pit lane. I think may have thrown this race away.
We'll have to check, see how his tyre wear is. I think everyone pitted up for this safety car, didn't they?
Everyone pitted apart from Pervazar.
So May's on the softs, everyone apart from Herbers on Ivy with on the hards are all on mediums, brand new mediums.
Under this safety car period, everyone has pitted apart from Perbazar on the 4-lap hard. The only difference in tyre apart from the medium is May on the softs. And I really think that may be the wrong decision. He may have just blown this race win. And so that picks up a 3 seconds under safety car as well. Yeah, I don't think I've actually raced Suzuka before. We did it for a pre-season race, I remember.
Did we?
Yeah, because well, anyway, he almost won it.
What league was this in?
Did this year, I think.
No, we did Hungary, didn't we?
Was it maybe? I know I did it. Maybe not. It may have been. It may have been a practice race, not a pre-season.
I think it was the unofficial one.
Yeah, it was the one I started.
Yeah. I suppose I've getting into mediums as well. He probably could have gone to the softs, to be fair. I think he's going to stay up for another lap. That's going to be good for May.
He needs every lap possible here.
Yeah. Although we have seen he has massive gaps to the safety car,
Yeah, there's a huge gap.
which sometimes in the past it's caused safety cars to glitch out and keep going for more laps. But we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, how hopeful are you for tonight?
Well, Suzuka's a fun track, but it's yesterday I had a shocker race, as well as Thursday. But they were both pretty bad tracks for me. So I'm not feeling good with my skill at the moment, but it might change tonight. Not Wednesday, what's on Wednesday? Did I get a podium? I can't remember.
Let's see if the safety car May is leaving a very big gap to the safety car here.
Could go a whole another lap though, because Herbicide only coming across the chicane into the final corner. I think it might be another lap at this rate.
May, that's what May wants to hear right now, to be honest.
Yeah. Although there's only one drive that they're waiting for. How many laps have been out? 3 or 2?
Yeah, May's leaving a huge gap.
Mac has just set a 128.5. That's Suzuka.
But watch him spin.
Yeah. 810th in the world.
Woo! Well done. Okay, fair. Well done, Mac. Well done, well done.
We got a corny van, so.
All that one, you mean a corny man?
Yeah, and he'll just get caught up in the turn 1, like, battles. Sorry, Mac, but it just had to be said. Is it going to be in? No. I'm not sure if it's because of May being far behind or if it's because of purpose. Oh, well that was a late call.
Whoa.
That was extremely late.
But here we go, safety car is in. When does May want to go in against now? But he has not got a good getaway. He has rushed it a bit. He has got to go 8 more laps on this soft tyre. And Henry's been disqualified.
He didn't do his drive-through penalty.
Green flag.
That has... wait.
Is that another safety car?
No, I don't think it comes up straight away if someone crashes.
Ivy Riffle is still a Savant's ghosted. Ivy Riffle is right on the back of Anton here. All these drivers on essentially equal tyres. But Wiffle has got a huge drive up here. Up the hill into the double right-hander. No moves are going to be made here, surely. Yeah, that's very smart. Double right-hander, Gowning a third. Puts it back up to full throttle. Gets the slipstream into the hairpin. True Loki got his 8 tenths behind May. May is pulling away, but at what expense are those tyres? Chartman. How is Chartman P4? Where has he come from?
If May can keep off the curbs, he should be able to keep his
Oh,
tyres in a good condition.
I think he's mudded. I don't think he can go that long. Ivy Riffle has got a huge run into 130. Oh, could this be it? The one I wanted to see? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, but Anton's been super wide, so it doesn't look as clean. Oh, I've seen him move into 130. Oh, I'm happy for the day. It's not as clean as the Alonso one a few years ago, but I'll take it. May picks up the fastest lap of the race as well. Whiffle is into P5. Anton is still trying to follow this, but Chartman is right on the back of Deadly Mosquito here, and he's taken a bit of the wider line to carry that momentum. Chartman is really, really desperate to get past Mosquito here. He's trying to take away.
Spun.
Who spun?
Savant.
Oh, shame for Savant.
Just spun. He's still going to get a point though.
Yeah, get points or points. Obviously, we are missing a few drivers today. Both the Hasses, Plain Cookie is also not here tonight. And Broke Gorilla off the top of my head. Especially Plain Cookie would be a bit annoyed of missing tonight. But keep an eye on Charman. He is looking to take away this Ferrari podium away from Deadly Mosquito. And the gap between Loki and May has stabilised at 1.1. It is a 1.2 gap, but what is the contrast between the medium and the soft here? I just think those cars are going to fall off the cliff. Loki's also out of is out of battery.
If Loki can just like keep it cool, then by lap 25, I think he can just drain all his ERS after that.
Yeah. Well, do you have a plugged mic or a wireless mic? This is a question.
No.
Is it plugged in or is it wireless? Is there a wire?
Yeah, well, it's a HyperX podcast.
Wait, is it plugged in or is it... Answer.
Plugged in, I think?
Yeah, because try and unplug it 'cause it's really static. And Curly's also had a spin, by the way. It's like... Yeah, it's hard to describe. Curly has had a spin up the hill as well. This will give the position to Purbazar, maybe. Yes, it will be. Yeah, it's only happening every few seconds for some reason.
Yeah, hang on, I'll try a different setting.
Different setting? Woo! Look at you, fancy. Loki has lost that gap a bit, 1.5, but May's tyres are not going to be good. This is going to be ever so close with these two.
What about this one? Is this one better?
Yeah, it sounds alright.
Yeah,
My one's got different modes as well, I just don't know. I know it's back. Try the other mode. I Whiffle is still on the back of Charman, but he's broke really, really late. But he is still going to follow this. He's on the hunt for this final position on the podium. Charman's going to get a huge run onto Mosquito here, but not enough speed in that Williams engine, or the Mercedes engine technically. But he's going to carry the better line and more speed into turn one. He's going to be right on the back of Mosquito here. And there's been a huge tap from Chartman. Oh my! There's a huge tap from Chartman. That is Deadly Mosquito's podium hopes are gone. Oh, you can't be doing that. That is going to be going into the reports, under the incident reports, and it's not going to be ending well for Chartman, I must say. It is back. It's worse. Whatever you had it on before was nice. Chartman has also got Ivy Whiffle under pressure now, but that will definitely be a penalty from Ivy Whiffle. Or from Chartman, sorry. Oh, I feel so bad for Mosquito. He didn't deserve this. He did not deserve this. So Chartman is going to be in a lot of danger now. Ivy Whiffle on the comeback, drives into 130, or has the inside line. Backs off a little bit. Chartman has still got a run into the chicane, though he's going to brake very late. He's going to go onto the grass. He's on the left of Mescamire River. Ivy Whiffle does get by, but he's going to have to use that battery to skate ahead of Chartman. This is a make or break for Whiffle, but he has not got the pace. Chartman back at him into turn one. They've essentially touched wheels. Does Whiffle hold in? There's a huge contact. What just happened? That's huge contact. Oh my. I'm not sure if that was Chartman's fault, to be fair, but I had a terrible camera angle. But that's twice now into turn one. Ivy Whiffle and Chartman has had a lot of contact. May has got a 2.2 second gap now on that soft tyre, but the tyre advantage will be shifting ever so shortly. The only thing going in May's favour is that Loki has no battery left. Apex has got a huge run onto Ivy Whiffle here. Does Ivy Whiffle have damage, maybe? I'm not too sure. Apex has got a huge run onto Whiffle here, and he's going to carry a lot more speed. He's hugging the out wider line. He's picking up the slipstream. He's going to have the outside line with this brake nice and late to have a better run down onto our pit straight, but he's taken way too much curb. He's taken way too much curb there. I will quickly check the wins for another. Apex goes very close to Whiffle. What if May... So Loki's on 2 wins this season. And May is on what? May has also had one winner. I think that was Zandvoort, wasn't it? I think it was Zandvoort, I believe. I'm not too sure. Doso, you were there, weren't you?
I'm making my mic move for just trying to focus on.
Alright, there's been a spin, and that is Curly at the back. He is going to hold to that 8th place, but that is another spin. There is 3 laps to go for May and a 1.9 second gap. Oh, this could go any way. Yeah, I thought it was Zandvoort. But anyway, this knows everything. Could May have actually pulled off the better strategy on the soft tyre here? Or does Loki have enough enough grip on those tyres now to fire them up for the 2 final laps of the Japanese Grand Prix? 2.1 is the gap for Loki to close and pass to get his 3rd win of the season and back-to-back wins in Asia. Apex is also following Whiffle here. We'll just follow that. Just carry a lot more speed. Whiffle will be disappointed, but a P5 is more than an honourable result for the driver. Anton, who has had a lot of good racing today, so that is very nicely from him. And in the pit lane is Curly, trying to go for the fastest lap, I'm assuming. Believes he is safe to Deadly Mosquito, which I don't think he is. Oh, yes, he actually is. Oh, the gap has closed massively. 1.5 for True Loki God. Oh, I don't want to watch. Deadly Mosquito is the new fastest lap of the race. Hold on, Curly is also going to have a go, but he's lost the position doing so. On the final lap, or coming up to the final lap of the season, it is May versus Loki. May for the 2nd time this season. Loki for 3 in 4. He will be the most race wins in Tier 2 this season. Previously held by Wab Scappen on 2, who is no longer with us. And here it is, 27 laps for 2 of the checkered flag. Let's see, can May hold on to this race lead? Loki did not get into the DRS. May is deploying everything in his arsenal. Loki is going to gain in every sector. 9 laps off on May, just hold on though. It is down to 1.3. And then the position change, Ivy Whiffle onto Anton. And maybe if Whiffle can push, he can get onto that podium position if Chartman has a few penalties go against him. But that we will see later. 1.2, Loki is gaining, but he's not getting enough, but this is a chance to get a good run onto May here. How does May handle it? He hugs it very nicely. There's a spin of Purpose out of the back. Loki should get the better grip, but he doesn't. The gap stays at 1.1. Oh god. May is going ever so close to this 2nd race win of the season, which will put him into the Championship League over Apex. The gap is down to a 2nd, but with no DRS, Loki could just pray to try and get this to go his way. But I think it's going to be AlphaTauri's day in Japan. It's a 9/10 gap, he just has the chicane to manage. He cannot do anything serious. It is delight for May and AlphaTauri. He is a 2-time winner in Tier 2. May is victorious in Japan. True Loki got in 2nd place. Charman will come home to finish off our podium positions. Whiffle, who has pushed a lot on this final lap, trying to put himself in contention of a podium position, puts himself in an honourable 4th place. Anton on his debut in P5, Apex P6, just over a 10th and a half separating them. Pervazar will be in P7. Does Curly nick that fastest lap of the race maybe? We will just have to go on board with Curly to see what he can do.
think you might have been muted.
Started.
Yeah, it started now.
Oh, did you say hello to everyone?
No, hold on, I'll just Right then, hello everyone and welcome to pre-season here in